Hey Taurus, so today we're going to go ahead and look at your new love reading. This is for those of you who are single, Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. And we're going to take a look and see who is this new person that's coming into your life, who is your next love, next encounter. So we're going to get some details on how you'll know who this person is, who they are, what this connection will be like between the two of you, and any other details that need to come up here today. So let's go ahead and jump right into it. The Four of Swords is at the bottom, and here's the Chariot. Yeah, this is definitely for somebody who feels like you're kind of a bit hesitant here to move into a different direction. You might be hesitant when it comes to change in some way. I'm hearing flowers always grow back. So yeah, there's like a lot of messages coming up for whoever this is, that something that you may have felt like you lost, or you feel confused, or you feel kind of hopeless with something, flowers will always grow back. So whatever you may have lost will be replaced by new flowers, or things will get better, or, you know, there's a sense of that coming up here. We have the Six of Swords. Yeah, it almost feels like there's a current that is taking you right now. Wheel of Fortune, yes, there's like a current. And you can't necessarily stop the current that's taking you forward right now, or that is pulling you into a certain direction. I'm getting just say yes. So yeah, just say yes to, again, like this helicopter reference. I don't know why it's coming up as a helicopter, but just say yes to some type of incoming feeling of change that is in the air. And I feel like this can be, of course, in different ways depending on your life and your exact circumstance. But the main message of this is a feeling where you're being, again, kind of forwarded into a smoother transition right now. Black tourmaline crystals coming up too, so that could be something that maybe you may want to have around you for protection, for shielding any potential negative energies around you. I'm just getting look around, and you will see with the Wheel of Fortune. So maybe someone here needs to kind of get out of their head, or to look around and see the opportunities that are around you or in front of you. And if anyone has had a recent situation where you felt that it was very unfair, or maybe you felt that it just didn't go the way that you wanted it to go, I'm getting that it's something where, again, you're being taken by the current here into a direction which is maybe more suitable for you. You don't need to look back and think about what didn't go right, what didn't work out. That's just for someone if you've had that recent, ending, or something which felt very difficult. Again, the flowers will grow back, and it could even be something where it's like a change that could be quite significant. Like maybe it's something where you are put into, for example, I don't know, like a new job, or you are transferred somewhere, or there's something where it's like a complete change of environment. Things only last, I'm hearing, for so long. So if change, yeah, here's the Hanged Man, I think. Yeah, the Hanged Man. And it's like a feeling of, for whoever this is for, that you can't, it's It's kind of like that phrase is coming to me. What is it? If good things are, if I can remember it, the things that are easy aren't worth it. The things that are hard are worth it. What is it? If it's easy, I don't know, I can't think of what it is, but you probably know what phrase that is, or quote. If it's easy, it's not worth it. And if it's hard, it's worth it. So basically, like, the greater value of something, sometimes the harder it can be. So basically, yeah, so we have the 9 of Pentacles here, and the 5 of Cups is at the bottom. For whoever this is, it feels like you're being guided into a lot more of a feeling of abundance, but it doesn't come without a sacrifice. And that's what that quote is saying as well. In this case, I think it's about like love, that quote, but this seems more about like the self, that the things that you may have felt that you've been through these challenges about, it's actually only made you stronger, and it's only leading you to something greater with this 9 of Pentacles. This actually, I'm getting a specific message. I have no idea why this is coming up, but I'll just honor it. Something about armpit detox. I know that's really weird, but I don't know why it's coming up. If something about an armpit detox, I don't know if it's like charcoal or whatever, or clay. Obviously, you know, just look into that and see if it's okay for you medically, or if that's a confirmation for somebody. I don't know, but something about detox, but specifically around the armpit area. But anyway, even if it's not that, it just feels like you are detoxing in general. So maybe detoxing diet-wise, detoxing your aura, something with detox here is coming up. And it's actually really helping you to become more attractive and to magnetize the desires that you are calling towards you easier. And it feels like there's a certain wall that has been placed between you and the past, where mentally, spiritually, you've already risen beyond where the past used to keep you. And again, this feels more like it's a spiritual or kind of like an upgrade happening here. The Knight of Pentacles, and here's the 5 of Cups again at the bottom. Yeah, and it feels like with this Knight of Pentacles, that's for those of you who might be in that boat where you are having a change in your life which you don't know kind of where it's coming from, or even if you do know where it's coming from, it's setting the tone, almost like if you take a different exit on a road and you didn't plan to take that exit, but now you've taken that exit, and now you have to kind of just ride with it because you can't turn around and go back. So it's a feeling of that, where like this Knight of Pentacles is taking you on a road where you can be better off, basically. This is like a better off road that you're taking. And it may not have been an easy road to take. It may not be that you wanted to take that exit, but you were kind of forced to take that exit. So the main message here is for somebody who needs to know that the road that you're on currently, or if you've made a recent change, or if you've been pushed to make a change recently, is actually going to be a road that can be more stable for you, or like a back road that takes you further than you could have originally gone. The Strength card here. I'm hearing No More Tears Left to Cry. I think it's an Ariana Grande song too. No More Tears Left to Cry. Nine of Swords. There's also an advice coming up if you feel called to definitely connect with the earth right now. Spend some time out in nature. A lot of focus on the body. A lot of focus here for someone needing to, I guess, detox your armpits, but also spend time out in nature. Put your feet in the ground. Salt baths. Anything here to do with your physical body. Exercise maybe is something coming up here as advice. And I feel like it will take courage. It might be taking courage for you here to do this, walk down this path. So is there anything else I can pick up on here for the collective? A different message or to add on to this here, Spirit? Anything else? I'm being shown a car, something about cars here, or travel, roads, but I'm being shown a car driving forward and then deciding to turn back around, and then they decide again to go the other direction. So if you've been maybe in a middle zone here where you've been considering whether or not you should return to something, maybe. Third house, messages. Yeah, this can connect. I think before I did the reading, it came up, but I forgot to mention it. Some of you might even be having a lot of signs through birds here coming through, or if it's not through birds, it's just through spirit guides, dreams, and it feels like a lot of downloads are coming in for you. A lot of messages are reaching you at this time. It's helping you, I'm hearing, to stay the course. So if you've been veering off course in any way, it kind of feels almost like a bit of a, again, like a detox or like a rehab, but it doesn't mean that you're in rehab. It's just like it's a feeling of like this time right now is a time to get things together. Maybe as we are in Virgo season 2, something about kind of getting things in order or helping to keep you in alignment or to keep you in line. So in whatever way that will be here for whoever this message is for, I don't know, but it feels like you might be having a lot of support from Spirit to help to keep you in line right now. Especially if you've been up at night or feeling anxious or feeling afraid. Again, there's this strong sense of like comfort coming up, which I feel is coming from like an angel or guides to try to get you to see that it's all going to be okay, or like the Strength card is telling you it's going to be okay. But it's definitely time to strengthen the self, which can be physically through like exercise or also emotionally and energetically. But yeah, you may have messages coming in here from spirit guides, birds, in the dream state. I'm hearing hold your head up high, and I'm also hearing the word graceful. So maybe being graceful. Definitely Nine of Pentacles always gives me like a graceful energy too. So a time to be graceful in whatever it is you could be moving through. I'm almost getting a feeling where like your environment around you, which can be different for a lot of you, it could be like a relationship around you, it could be family, it could be your workplace, is almost like very chaotic around you, but here you are as like a pillar, and you're being asked to stay in this pillar right now, or to stay grounded. So again, like connecting with the earth or being grounded. And if you have any chaos kind of going on around you, it's like you've been cradled into the stream and you've been taken into that different exit so that you can have a relief from that or a retreat from that, maybe permanently or just temporarily. So, or maybe you've done that consciously. You've decided to take yourself away from something or to take a break right now, and that's definitely a confirmation here for you. We have second house, owning, and we also have Grand Cross, provoker. Yeah, it feels like a lot's changing. A lot is changing for you, and you're being prepared for this change. You're being prepared for the incoming changes that could maybe already be happening for you, or which will begin to happen in more frequency for you. And I'm being shown once again, seems like the theme of this is for somebody who needs to know that your aura right now, or your body, maybe in whatever way, is like being kind of released. Like you're kind of almost like if you have, I don't know, like rocks in your aura, and you're kind of dropping them one by one to where you don't have to carry that heaviness further and further. And it might be difficult, it might be challenging, but it's ultimately happening for your greater good right now. Three of Swords, Seven of Pentacles, and the Judgment card. Yeah, so they're showing me that road again, to where you're driving on the road and then you kind of sit, or you kind of pull over and you wonder, should I take the next exit and turn around and go back to where I came from, or should I keep going this way? And I think it's taking you maybe a lot of courage to not go back. So that could be a message in, maybe it's a relationship, maybe it's something that you feel, I need to come to a decision right now about whether or not I'm going back to that. And it could just be energetically too. If it's not physically, it could be energetically. Do I turn around and go back to that road right now? And with the Judgment, a lot of things could be kind of coming up for you to look at within yourself as well, with the Strength card too, having to do with almost like this juncture that you're at. And for that message for the other group of you, or for maybe it's the same group, but somebody who may have recently had something where you feel like it was unfair, or you feel like it really hurt you and you didn't deserve that. I forgot now what I was going to say. Yeah, so octopus, obstacles will not be cleared. So yeah, that's definitely a message for someone who it feels like obstacles are being cleared in many different ways. And during that time, it can feel kind of uncomfortable. Some of you can be very sensitive and you pick up on energy with the octopus. And during the time of change and when things are being cleared, it can really push things to the edge or the verge of like an ending, or it can push things up to the surface to be dealt with. And I think that seems to be what's happening here. This could even be in career for some of you with the second house, could be in career, money matters with the Nine of Pentacles as well. For some reason, I'm hearing don't overreact. So whatever that might mean for you, don't overreact. We have reconciliation is in the air, flowers. Can you tell me about that reconciliation, please, is in the air? Yeah, I'm being shown it's one of the two paths again. It's almost like two exits. It's like double vision, like here or here. So one of the paths, let me see, can you tell me about this reconciliation? What is this? I'm hearing good news. Okay, Queen of Wands. Some type of good news is finding you when it comes to reconciliation, which doesn't have to be romantic for all of you, but something that you're going to hear, good news will come in about reconciliation. And this is where the not overreacting and holding your head high is coming in as well, where it could even be something with the Three of Swords where something is being kind of patched together or healed, or there's a sense with Judgment where it's almost kind of like something that you thought was long gone, or something that you thought was forever gone is brought back to life, like with this woman carrying the child out of the building or something, or out of the grave. I'm hearing 555. So yeah, 555, you may want to look up the angel meaning of that, but I know it's about change. I know fives are about change. So I'm being shown somebody with an invisible cloak, and they take off their invisible cloak. So this might be something that's going to be revealed here to you, which it sounds kind of strange, but it could also be you taking off your invisible cloak. And that could be, because I'm kind of getting this could be in a few different ways. You know, you could be taking off your invisible cloak when it comes to being outward with kind of who you are, this confident Queen of Wands. Even if you're a man or woman, doesn't matter. It's like this feeling of, I'm not going to hold myself back kind of anymore. And I'm getting this strong surge of like sacral chakra energy, some type of like really juicy, creative, maybe even sensual energy going on here. Something which, tell me a little bit more about this reconciliation though, because it's almost like it's being awakened within you. And I don't know, what is this reconciliation? I keep hearing the same thing over and over. Hold your head high, hold your head high. 10 of Pentacles, 5 of Pentacles, the Knight of Cups. Yeah, to be honest, this definitely could be that there will be somebody who is wanting to reconcile with you. And again, it could be romantic, could be a friendship, it could be anything really. But it feels like it's almost with the 10 of Pentacles, the 5 of Pentacles, it is something which has triggered you a lot in the past, or this particular person has triggered you, or this cycle has triggered you. And so when it returns or when it comes in, there's this feeling of hold your head high during this time. I'm hearing South Node, somebody who you may have a karmic relationship with, someone who you may have a lot of past life energy with here. And I'm just getting the sense again of like fun. I think I said fun here before as well. With the Queen of Wands, we have the feelings between you and this person are mutual. Someone must take the first step to move it forward. I think that came up in my other reading I did recently as well. Yeah, same card. So if you resonate with the reading, I think it was titled A Union is Inevitable. It was not the last reading I did, but it was the one before that where it talked about, the thumbnail said twin flame soulmate, union is inevitable or something, or reunion. The same exact two cards I think came up. There's a strong friendship that exists between you and this person. You can laugh, talk, and be open. Does this friendship have potential to turn romantic, or is it better off left platonic? So this definitely could be a friend, or this could be somebody who you have maybe like you're in the middle between friends and more, or you do have more, but you have to start as friends again, something like that, where, yeah, they're taking me back to the invisible cloak, something where the two of you, one of you has to reveal how you really feel. And it seems like this is in the air, and something about in the air sticks out to me because it maybe has not happened yet, or it's still going to linger in the air. It may not be something which is like grounded just yet. So did I talk about the helicopter? Or did I just think that? Because sometimes when I channel, I can't remember if I actually say things out loud or if I'm just channeling it. But I don't know if I mentioned about the helicopter reference. If I did, this is the helicopter coming in. But if I didn't, it's like a feeling where something is you. So you have two, maybe not two pasts, but you're kind of in the middle here between past and future, sort of, or something with, I don't know, something with two different roads or two different paths, or you're in between, wondering what's next here for you in regards to maybe like a connection. But then like the helicopter lands, meaning that somebody lands in your life, or this actually comes out of left field, sort of. So yeah, there's a strong friendship here that you're going to build with somebody, which it feels like with the Knight of Cups has more than just a friendship vibe to it. The Empress, But there's maybe a question of that, like, can we actually build something more than just a friendship, or can we reopen this to something more than just a friendship? And there's maybe this with the invisible cloak here in the Nine of Swords. Someone could be holding themselves back because they're afraid of your reaction, or they're afraid that if they reveal their feelings for you, that maybe they won't be accepted. And some of this could also be you, because it feels like with this card, it is mutual. You both at least feel interested in each other, or you both enjoy the friendship with each other. But obviously with reconciliation, maybe there was a distance, or maybe there was a parting of ways at some point. And it feels like this sense of it triggering the wounds within you. So that's where Spirit said to keep your head up high as well, because maybe it's something where it does trigger you, or it might trigger you. I'm almost getting a sense of, like, if you have a relationship or this friendship, and then it kind of, you know, you're running to the finish line, but somewhere along the lines you fall and you have to take a time out because you're injured, and then you come back into the race because you've healed now, and now you're ready to finish the race, but you still are kind of shaky. That's sort of the feeling I'm getting, which I feel can relate to some type of, like, again, reconciliation or healing or mending, where obstacles are being cleared, but there's a lot of injury kind of that already happened here between the two of you, or for you, whoever that is. And it's like, you know, can we finish the race here? The Queen of Cups and the Ace of Pentacles and the Ace of Wands. Okay, I'm just going to get a few more. I don't want to go too long here. Any other messages? Yeah, because I keep getting about the reference of the car going backwards. Only go forward now. So take that how that will resonate. But for a lot of you, it's like a sense of, if you're going to rebuild something with somebody, or if you're going to patch things up kind of within yourself, even, to only look forward. Don't look to what happened in the past, or try not to compare what happened before, or go back to that injury, you know, if that makes sense. You're going to reopen the injury if you keep looking to what used to happen. So, like, as an example, if you had a lot of ups and downs with somebody, friendship or romantic, instead of bringing up the troubles again and again, or bringing up kind of being sarcastic about it, or whatever it is, just look forward now and think about what's ahead. So I don't even remember putting that back, but I guess I did, and here it is again. A date or an invitation is near. You will come out on top of the situation. So that's what I've been saying in the reading. In whatever way, you're coming out on top with the Nine of Pentacles, the Queen of Wands, the Empress. And it feels like, again, the reference of, like, the race too, you somehow you're winning. I don't know how you're winning, but somehow you're winning here. But there may be a date, someone who's going to ask you on a date, an opportunity maybe for this reunion. Or somebody who you had this potential with, but you only met briefly maybe, or you only had a small sliver of opportunity for the two of you to further things with. And now it's like, again, we can kind of get back in the race. Maybe we can talk about things now. Maybe we're at the same place at the same time. Maybe we're going to the same party, maybe the same event, something like that, where it kind of leads you back into that direction. But there's a question on the table of, like, is this really going to turn into something more? Was I wrong? If it's like a newer person, there could be a sense of, or just a friend, maybe it's something like that. Like, does this friendship actually have more than just a friendship platonically? Or if it's somebody coming back, like, from the past, there might be a sense of, like, now we're different now. We're kind of, we've healed now. We're back in the race now. And But do we feel the same way, or is there something more than just what we have? It's like a potential right now. I'm hearing the name Stuart for somebody. As you ascend and rise higher on your spiritual journey, others will be triggered by your shift, and some previously strong connections may crumble. Let go, don't cling on. This is really funny, but I'm getting like a face. This could be somebody who's super immature or something. I'm almost getting like when children make faces at each other. I was just seeing that somebody's making a face at you, like who do you think you are type of face, and it looked like a child, but it wasn't a child. It feels like it's somebody who maybe is very immature. I don't know who that is. It could be multiple people. It could just be the energy of people who don't want to see you, kind of like who are you now? Who have you changed into now? I don't know if it's the same person. I mean, depends, if this is something where it's like maybe you have changed a lot and someone's gonna see that change within you, and that's why you're coming out on top, because now they're going to be seeing what they missed in you, and they're going to be kind of like behind the scenes making a face of immaturity. But it won't be the same person for everyone. For others of you, it's maybe other people in the background who don't like that you, Two of Pentacles, they don't like that you've changed, or they don't like you're moving on with somebody else or something like that. So I'm just going to close this up here with one of these timing cards to see if there's anything about when this date or what's happening here to close up the reading. There is something coming up though. This will probably only be for like one person. If you have known somebody since they were a child, I don't know if it's that person. It could be a family member, maybe a sibling. It could be someone that you grew up with, some friend or ex-lover. Knight of Wands is at the bottom. Nine of Cups, the Devil. Yeah, there's someone here in the background who you don't have to have known them since they were a child, but some of you have. And that's why they showed me the child, because they're not happy that you're ascending now. They're not happy that you've changed so much since they last kind of saw you or knew you. And it's that feeling of, I don't know, for some it's the same person, but others of you, it's not at all the same person. So take it how it's going to resonate. It's like this person's a little bit, they're definitely kind of bitter, whoever that is. They're bitter. Okay, so any final message here? About timing or anything else, Spirit, to close up the reading, please. That's too many, just one. Okay, so we have in June, believe that you can have believe that you can have what you desire so that your experiences match that energy. At the bottom, we have destined to happen. Yeah, so what you are asking about will happen at the right place at the right time. So that's what I had mentioned with like the helicopter reference, if I mentioned that. And also just like the feeling of like the road that the exit you're taking is actually going to be the exit that will kind of align you to some type of date, I feel, or reconciliation, or someone that, with this grand cross here too. I don't actually even know what that is, but I just read intuitively. So even if it doesn't mean that, it's just how I'm seeing it right now. But yeah, it feels like, of course, it could be in June, but that won't be for everyone. Maybe, yeah, I don't know. Take June, how it resonates with you. Maybe by next June, but also it says believe that you can have what you desire. So yeah, something is destined to happen here. And uncross your arms. Uncross your arms and let it happen, because there might be a little bit of, if it is something from the past, it's something where you have like still some pent up maybe anger about it, or if it's just something where it's like within yourself, uncross your arms and let it come in, let it happen. So I'll leave it here. I hope that this reading could resonate. I hope it could help. Definitely let me know. I'm not going to do the bowl today because I'm a little short on time, but definitely let me know if this connects with you. I'd love to hear, and wishing you all a great weekend, and take care. Lots of love.